Hello, how are you, my YouTube friends? This is Mia Vibes. Welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to my desk. Today, I'm gonna be showing you guys or telling you guys how I created this junk journal. This is something I have never really done before, but I'm so happy with how it came out. And I made this junk journal for my Patreon members. I do a monthly Patreon exclusive giveaway towards the end of the month, and this is gonna be the prize for my February giveaway. So if you guys are watching this video right now, the giveaway should be going on during the last week of February 2020, so you can absolutely check out my Patreon page to see the giveaway post and all the other goodies that I post there. And I would like to say thank you to all my Patreon members if you guys are watching. As you guys know, in 2020, I have been having really difficult time, like in different ways. So in January, I had some kind of burnt out after I worked like so hard at the end of the year in 2019. And in February, I am going through some family stuff right now at home. So basically, I feel like I have no place for, like, I have no physical place or space to create anything. But throughout my difficult times, my Patreon members are there and they're supporting me so much. So I just wanted to say thank you, everybody, again, if you're watching. And let me just now start talking about this journal. So I believe this size is like it's B6 or B7 or something like that. But I think, okay, this is my little ruler with the centimeters. So this is like 13 centimeters this way, and I think this was like 17 or 18 centimeters that way. Like 7 inches, I believe. But anyway, this is my very first time making a junk journal using this kind of closure. For my Feel Good Parcels shop items, I have made like other folders and stuff with the sari ribbon, you know, closure before, so that you can secure everything a little better. But this time I just did it because, I don't know, I just wanted to try something new with the junk journal. And the cover is totally recycled. I will show you in a little bit, but as you can see, it's like very junky with all these strings. I like leaving this kind of strings sometimes when I make something for the shop or for Patreon, because I know that, you know, not everybody has the sewing machine, and I know that people really like this kind of like a junky look. So if I have a choice, like instead of going super like neat and perfect, you know, instead of going for that kind of look, I just do like imperfect and more relaxed and kind of junky look. So that's just what I always do. And here, let me open this sari ribbon. And we have a little flap here. Now you can see how recycled this cover is. So what happened was, I have a lot of paper pads like this because I buy a lot of different kinds of paper and notebooks and stuff so that I can use the pages for, you know, making journals. And I used to throw away this pad, but I've been kind of saving this kind of covers recently. That's what I use for the cover. So this part, the craft part, is, yeah, of course, the back side. And this flap right here, so the inside cover, because cover is made with two different sheets here. So that's that, like this front cover basically, but it's from a different kinds of like paper pad. So that's what exactly I have here. What I did was, let me take out this gold clip. So I had these two sheets of paper, right? This craft one and then this cover one, and I put them together and I just sewed on the bottom here and on the top. And it naturally creates the pocket here because I didn't like completely sew, you know, this part. So I have the pocket here, and I also have pocket in the back. There's something in here too. I just wanted to show you a little note card. I have it in here. And because this is, I just wanted to try something new. I decided to decorate this flat part right here. Just use some, you know, fabric scraps and stuff. So this, the first, the front cover, I want it to be like kind of close like this. This paper clip's kind of too small for this thing right now because the paper is very thick. Let me see. Let me see if I can use this. Maybe it'll make it better. So yeah, this is better. This is for like this is for shirts, your dress shirts. But I just kept this when I first got it. So yeah, that's the how you can have some kind of closure over here on the front so nothing, you know, falls off. After I decided to use this as a cover, I kind of, you know, enhanced or strengthened the spine because I knew this was gonna be kind of thicker and heavier junk journal. I didn't want to, of course the paper is already thicker, this paper and this paper, but I still wanted to make sure that everything is a little more secure. So I just used my black washi tape, and as you can see, I made the pocket inside using my waxed paper. So you have pocket in the front and in the back, and there are some pockets inside, like on the pages too. And in every single pocket, I put a little something in there. The very first page or the very last page, these are the pockets. I made these with thick scrapbook paper. Scrapbook paper, 2 sheets of big thick scrapbook paper. The reason why the reason why I did this basically is because whenever I make a junk journal and the junk journal has like pockets and stuff on the, you know, on the cover, the inside of the cover, I try to make the very first page of the journal kind of like the second cover also, because if you put a just thin paper here, then what's gonna happen is when somebody is trying to write on it, it's gonna be affected by all the stuff under it, if that makes sense to you. So if I'm making any heavy cover journal with a lot of stitching and different kinds of pockets, sometimes I have 2 pockets here, then I just like to use some kind of thicker paper. So this time I made it extra thick by using 2 sheets of cardstock scrapbook paper. You know, that way well, this is not like, it's not like you're gonna be able to write on it, but this thin paper, if you're doing anything on it, it's gonna have kind of like a smoother surface. You can still feel everything, but it's not like you're directly writing on it, if that makes sense. But that's just a little thing that I do. And then the papers that I used in here is just all kinds of like more like neutral paper. There are some colors in there. I never tried to make anything neutral with this journal. So there is some of my favorite neutral papers, but also colors. Just keep that in mind. Usually when I make junk journals, what I do is I do like a half blank sheets and half busy sheets. Busy sheets meaning this kind of, you know, stuff, like not a lot of empty space for writing. So I try to do half and half, but this time I didn't really worry about it that much because I expect this journal to be really chunky. So whoever gets this journal, they're gonna have to make the writing spot to be able to write on this kind of pages. But also not every single page is busy either. So I kind of have some kind of, you know, balance here, but I just want to tell you that that's just something I always think about whenever I make junk journal, like whether I give a lot of writing space on the pages or not. That's always what I think about. But anyway, I had this little book page from a gardening book or rose book. So what I did was I just stitched it a piece of scrapbook paper so I can make a little tuck spot, so you can have a journaling card here. And I really like this earth picture. I always like the pictures of nature so much because I don't like being in the nature that much. I don't like walking on the grass. I don't like picking flowers. I don't like touching, you know, plants outside, or I don't like being outside that much. especially like in the nature, but I do like seeing everything like that in my, books and journals and papers and stuff. So that's what's going on here. And this is just a brown wrapping paper from Daiso, and I just cut it into the size and used it here. And this is some kind of like some kind of medical practice book. Before I bound everything, I added this pocket. So when you look at the other side of this page, this is what I did. So as you can see, I stitched it like over here, and so now you have two pockets in here. So I wanted to tell you that my original plan was to bind everything and then just go through my sewing machine with the pages like this, so that I can add extra pages or extra ephemera and stuff. But I didn't do it because the cover was really heavy. I didn't know how it was gonna be like when I use it on the sewing machine with the entire journal, because this sari ribbon is kind of too complicated, a lot of strings. So before I bound everything, I just did all the stitching, so that way when I just bind, everything's done. So that's what I did, but that's what I always do anyway. I just wanted to do something different, but I didn't. That's what I meant. And so there's a pocket, and this is just cream color paper. I just decided to add that here, and I attach a little envelope on this side. This is an envelope from Daiso, and I have a little printable poem that you can download or you can purchase from my Etsy shop, and I just decided to add one piece there. And here I just have a little flap. This is just some recycled paper, and I just decided to have it here. I call it like curtains. So this is your paper curtain right here. And this is a ledger paper that I got from Walmart. I feel like this used to be thicker, but the new pad that I bought, the paper is just so much thinner. I don't know why. And this is just like a book about, I think, fixing stuff in the house. And this is a notebook page that I bought from Daiso, and I decided to add this curtain with the wax paper. I think that it's gonna be kind of difficult for you to like use a tape or something to add anything in here, but you can definitely try. And it's just a little secret, secret spot, and this is the curtain to cover that. I just like doing this, so I just added that there. And this is like a clothes making book page, and we're almost the center, and I added little note card or little piece of paper here, and this is the center. This is a beautiful view of Galveston. It's right here by me. And here on this page, I just had a piece of paper like this, and I just folded it into half and just sewed it like that. So you can have kind of like layers, even though this is the same exact paper. So that's what I did there. And this is just some other, it's like a piece of paper that I had. I just stamped with my words stamps like so many times, and I just decided to tear it. Literally, I just had the whole thing like this, like right here, and I just decided to just tear it, and then now it's sewn to the page like this, so you can have a little like a spot, like a tuck spot here, and you see the strings everywhere. If you don't like it, you can trim it. You can trim it. What am I saying? Yeah, you can trim it, but I know that it's not very common that you get a junk journal with so much like a stitching, so I just decided to leave all the strings like this. I hope you like it though. A notebook paper, and I just added a little decoration here with a piece of like a magazine, vintage magazine that I had. Like I always have this kind of paper around me everywhere, and I always save them, so I just did that here. And I have a little glass envelope here. I just decided to keep this note card right here, and more interesting book pages. And this is the other tuck spot. Oh, and the very last page, I have this little I tore this index card and I decided to just put it there. Yeah, and this is a back pocket with something in it. Yeah, so this is the journal that I created for my Patreon members. I hope that a lot of people will join the giveaway and like this journal. And I think that I am going to stamp on here later on MVP, which means Mia Vice Patreon, so that everybody knows this is from Mia Vice Patreon. Yeah, and usually when I make journals, I always make sure that there are some pages that are sticking out, just like this one. But this time, because we have a flap to, for the closure right here, I didn't want to add too many things on the side. But instead, when I stitch it, this piece of scrapbook paper, I decided to kind of like do it like this so that you can see it from the top. And because I use the sari ribbon, you will see like this kind of things like shedding. I am not a big fan of that, but you may see this kind of little fabric pieces or silk pieces coming off, and the closure is like this. Yeah, I thought that this was gonna be perfect for like a memory keeper and stuff because it just got a lot of pockets. So if you want, you can, I guess, put it in your traveler's notebook as well if you have the traveler's notebook cover for this size. But I don't know how popular this size is actually. But it was a fun size to make. And since you guys are watching this video right now, I just want to show you some other things that I'm working on. I can finish them maybe today or tomorrow and list them on Feel Good Parcel, but these are not done yet. So I am making these junk journals using some more notebook covers. This is the same size as this, like either B6 or B7. It's the same size here. And I have this A5 size as well with the bookmark that I'm working on right now. But anyway, these journals were also made with made with the notebook covers, and the paper is similar to the one that I just showed you because I worked on them at the same time. And this is very interesting because I have this fabric curtain in the back. You can kind of protect everything using this fabric curtain, and it's got a pocket here too. So I thought it was just interesting because who doesn't like seeing junky paper and fabric together? Who doesn't like that combination, And again, here I just have a lot of stitching and I have pockets here. So it's just a very interesting project, very time consuming because I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to add something anywhere. And also I'm gonna have to add stitching to every single page, not every single page, but the pages in this journal too. And this one is interesting because the cover is fabric, and then you got a linen pocket here, and you got a pocket inside, two pockets. This is how it is. Like, it's also recycled, as you can see. So these are two pockets, but when you bind it, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pockets here now. And again, because the cover is very busy with the stitching and pockets, and also you're gonna add the ephemera and things like that, the very first cover is like thicker, just what I told you. And when I bind this, the sari ribbon is gonna be like this. So you have two bookmarkers. What? Two bookmarks for this journal. This is something new I'm trying also. So I hope that this will work out. And I know A5 size also still popular, in the traveler's notebook world. So if you have the A5 size traveler's notebook, you can absolutely use this in the traveler's notebook as well. So these are some new things that I'm working on. I have some other things, and I'm planning to make a huge junk journal as well in the near future. I'm just in the mood for making junk journals right now. I feel like I showed a lot in this video because I haven't really made any videos like this in a while. I always make the review videos, but I haven't created any videos to show you the junk journals or the things that I make actually. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think in the comment down below. And I really appreciate it if you check out my description box to get all the information about my social media and Patreon and all that. And I hope you have a good day. And March is coming up soon also, so happy March. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.